All right, so on this one here, this is all second half of the unit. So it starts out universal gravitation, satellite motion, gravitational field strength. Those are the only three things that are on it. Okay, that's like the second, not half, but third of the unit. Okay, so there's not a lot of material on it. So the big things here would be, don't overthink a question. Remember your units. I've noticed already in looking through just the first three questions on your circular motion assignment that people are forgetting to write units on things. Okay, so remember your units and your significant digits. Something to be mindful of with significant digits, counted numbers are not significant. So if it says, Earth goes around the sun 3 times, that's a counted number, not a measured number. And as a result, it doesn't affect your significant digits. Okay. So, for questions 1 and 2, don't overthink them. Okay, you're just looking on number 1 for the force of gravity between Jupiter and the sun. Okay, for number 2, there are actually 2 ways to do it. One very simple that really doesn't involve gravitation at all that you could do, or using universal gravitation or satellite motion would also work on that one. Okay, either way would be fine. Okay, anytime you got something orbiting something else, you're looking at a satellite question. So number 3 would be a satellite question. Okay, number 4, it's talking about Cavendish. Okay, it's talking about that experiment that we saw. Okay, the bowling balls and the meter stick with the weights on it. Okay, looking for force of attraction between the 2 masses. Okay, number 5, gravitational force between 2 electrons. Okay. Number 6, about a satellite, so a moon. Okay, moons are satellites. Number 7, about the moon landing. Okay, the orbiter in particular. Make sure you're watching for trick words like kilometers and meters and above the surface and all of that kind of stuff. Okay. So in number 7, it says it was adjusted to 111 kilometers. You may just want to make a note that that is measured from the surface. Okay? The altitude was 111 kilometers in number 7. Okay. The spy satellite. It doesn't outright say this, but the only planet we spy on is Earth. Okay, so that spy satellite is orbiting the Earth. Because sometimes I have people come ask me, well, what do I use for the central mass? And I usually say, the only planet we spy on. So I'm just telling you now, this is the only planet we spy on. It's Earth. Okay. Then we got Mars. Those are 2 moons. So again, it's going to be a satellite question. 10 is the toughest question. And it's the toughest question because it make you think back to units 1 and 2 to do it. So in number 10, we are looking for the net force acting on mass 1. So this is mass 1 right here. Okay? So mass 1 is this one. It's being pulled in 3 different directions by the force of gravity. Okay? You need to find the net force acting on that object. Keep in mind that force is a vector quantity, and how we would maybe draw a diagram related to that in order to solve this one. Okay? The other thing is simple geometry. This one and this one are a meter apart. This one and this one are a meter apart. This one and this one are not a meter apart. Okay? You'll have to figure out how far apart those 2 are, but I often have people make that mistake where they say the separation distance between mass 1 and mass 3 is 1 meter. The last time I checked, it's longer from corner to corner across diagonally of a square than it is from corner to corner laterally across the square. Okay? So just double check that one. All right, 11, 12, and 13, okay, you're looking at, again, orbits, okay, orbits, and then you got a gravitational force between them. You actually only have 1 question here, and that's number 12, where you actually have to calculate gravitational field strength. And that's on 12A. So, okay. All right, if there's any questions, let me know. Okay, but you got the rest of today and tomorrow's class to work on.